Hello everyone, Nick TF89 here. I forget how to introduce myself in a video. But today we're going to be doing an unboxing video. First of all, I apologize for any background sound. I have the window open and the fan on because I'd like to breathe. You know, it's in the 80s right now. But this video will be an unboxing on some Brio items, as well as some other miscellaneous things that I got at a place called Teton's Toys. Teton's Toys is in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, which is a 28-hour drive from Ohio, where I live. So that was fun. But it's not like the best time to go on vacations. But the country is reopening and everything, and I made sure to stay away from everybody and have a mask and stuff on and always clean my hands and whatnot. So I made sure to stay safe during all of that. But we're gonna get some nice and cool Brio items in the video. But before that, we're gonna talk about boring things. Boring non-Thomas Wooden Railway or Wooden Railway related stuff. So when I was there, I went to Yellowstone National Park, and while I was there, I saw a lot of animals. Some people say buffalo, some people say bison. I'm going to say bison for the sake of this video, because that's what they're called out there. So the first thing I got is this bison little model miniature. It's really nice and detailed. Got the fur and the horns and everything. Almost a little too detailed. If you notice right below my thumb, it's anatomically and whatever the word is, it has genitals. Gonna get demonetized for that, but so yeah, whenever you see this in a video, it will be from this angle or something like that, so you don't see any things that you don't want to be seeing. But then again, you'd only be seeing this if it was in like a scene taking place in America. But you know, we'll get around to that one day. The last miscellaneous thing I got is this little like building block thing. It's like off-brand Lego, and I say off-brand Lego, and I mean off-brand Lego because I tried to build some of this in a car on my lap desk, and I haven't gotten around to building it again because just look at how tiny those parts are. If I go grab like a Lego brick, we just put like one next to it. Sorry, there's a plane. I kind of live near an area where there are a lot of planes at times. Let's pretend it's Jeremy or someone. If we put them side by side, please focus first of all. There's one of the off-brand ones, and here is a Lego brick. Like, it can fit inside of it, basically. That's crazy. So I haven't gotten around to building it because of the pieces, number one. And number two, I can't even read the instructions. Oh, also it should be noted that the bison stuff I did not buy at Teton's Toys. I bought it in the Yellowstone Park. But look at this manual here. Like, there's so many steps in just one little section. I can't even read them. It's crazy. So maybe one day I'll get around to building that, putting it on my desk, and debating whether I want to use the Lego one or the real one in videos, but I think I'm going to use the real one. I have a walrus in the same style of like miniature animal that I'll use one day for videos, but yeah, so we got some bison stuff. And now on to the stuff people came for, the wooden choo-choos. So the first item is in the box still, and I should have said this at the beginning, but this is not a true unboxing video, because most of the stuff here I've already taken out of the box. I mean, that guy right there, that didn't even come in a box. But this is the only item that I have not taken out of the box. The clever crane wagon, or like Brio breakdown crane or something. So it's really nice. I've seen this in a store in Pennsylvania that I go to sometimes that has Brio stuff, because you cannot find this anywhere near the area where I live. You used to be able to find some similar stuff at Toys R Us, but they don't really exist in my area anymore. So this was there. I was gonna get two of them, and like I could have afforded it, but I put one back. I was like, I only need one. So it's got 6 wheels on the crane, and then just like this little flatbed thing. And the cool thing is, the flatbed comes apart, not just the cargo, but the flatbed piece itself. So that'll make it really easy for customs if I were to turn this into some custom stuff. Let me focus there, get a nice shot of me destroying the box. There we go. Oh, sorry. There we go. I don't really care about the box, to be honest. Like, this one, I'm perfectly fine with destroying, because I know it's not super rare or anything. So, just take that out, and get this dude out. Alright, let's take a look. So, first I'm going to show off the little flatbed thing. This is entirely plastic. The chassis is plastic, the wheels are obviously plastic with metal inside. And then this top part that goes on the pegs is obviously all plastic. It looks a lot like the log cars. If I can even get into the box I have them in. So here we have a log car, and then we just put this one next to it. They look kind of similar, although this flatbed, like the little sections, it's like two with the log car. One's, if that makes sense, like this little part here, it's like this here is two of them put together, so that's cool. And then of course you get this little rock piece, also has pegs and a magnet so the crane can pick it up. That's a really nice rock, to be honest. It's not like a perfect square or anything, or just like a rock cargo piece, like a crate with stones in it. It's an actual rock, so it's got, you know, like the edges and stuff chamfered off real nice. Like, this is a nice rock piece. I'll give them that. This is made of wood, so the entire car is made of plastic, but the rock is made of wood, so that somewhat makes up for it in my mind. I don't know. Now this is what I bought it for, the crane. So this just kind of dangles. So, oh, that's nice. For some reason, when I looked at the box, I saw a string. I was like, oh, you can lower the string in the crane. But if we turn this knob right here, it lowers the crane arm itself, like the angle of it. So it doesn't just dangle the magnet on the end. It can just... That is really cool. I like that. I guess that's why they call it the clever crane wagon. Let me just pick that up there and... Okay. And this spins around and stuff. That's a nice piece. I like that. I might use this for like the narrow gauge breakdown crane if I feel like customizing it. Although the narrow gauge one is like, it's somewhat, the shape resembles this, but there's like a bunch of gears on the side. I might just like paint this brown and say like that's the breakdown train for Scarlet Railway. So that, you know, that's nice. So that's that. The next item will be a little more exciting, and then even more exciting after that for the final one. We're going to go off on a little detour first, because I forgot I had another item in this bag that wasn't Thomas related. I bought some Dungeons and Dragons dice. I like these ones because they remind me of Connor, this set. They remind me of Connor because the original New York Central livery is gray, and then Connor in the show is turquoise, and it transitions onto these dice. So I was like, oh, they're Connor dice. Let me buy these. I host a Dungeons and Dragons campaign on Saturdays. I'm a dungeon master, so that's another thing I do. Let's get back on track with the wooden railway stuff, and I promise that was the last non-train related item. Next we have the Streamlined train, which is new for this year. I think it's a special edition model, I'm not sure. I wasn't even going to get this. I remember, like, I was in a call with the Subject Legend, and we were going over, like, the new products for this year, and this was one of them, and I thought it was cool. Then I took a picture of the store I was in. I took a picture of Teton's Toys, and I posted it online, and, like, Domeless Engine posted something later, a picture of this train, and I responded to his tweet, like, hey, they had this in the store I was at, and he's like, yeah, that's how I found out about it. So I found out it was in stores. So I went back when I went to purchase this stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'll pick this up. So comes with a tender engine and a coach. So let's just open it up. pretend like I have not opened it before, because I opened this at my motel I was at. If I can open it the right way. I don't remember which end Okay, so just pull down here, and there comes a pamphlet that I already took out. And there's the plastic bit. So the reason I bought this is because, like, it's the number one, it's new for this year. And number two, I want to make a custom out of this item. I know that might be controversial because it's new or special or whatever, but it actually, they hold it up here, the shape resembles a New York Central Mercury, which is an engine that the Dreyfus Hudson would have worked with. So Connor's basis, like, Connor canonically would have worked with engines like this. So, you know, just saying. But it's a three-piece thing, so let's take a look at the tender engine. It doesn't have a traditional magnet coupling like how Thomas stuff would, which I've seen this before. Brio like has this peg system for the tender. This is all made of wood, and this is wood too. And this is plastic, but the wheels are also plastic, so it's nice. A little like undetailed, just like stripes and a coat on there, but I don't really care. I mean, Brio is usually like a little more simplistic. But the thing is, this peg goes into the hole down there, and it just hooks up that way. So you can kind of like push and pull the tender, and the tender will kind of like go back and forth when the engine is moving. So you stop suddenly, you can see that where they'll collide with each other. That's nice, but I don't know. I don't like the idea of picking up the engine and just the tender falls. At least, you know, if you have like a wooden rail like Gordon or something, the tender will still be connected by a magnet, and then it will fall to the ground if you shake them. This, you know, just falls. This is entirely plastic except for the chassis right here, which is kind of a letdown, honestly. But oh no, the cab is made of wood. Okay, but the rest is plastic, which is kind of a letdown. But I've never really cared about what's plastic and what's wood until I'm looking at these products and pointing it out for myself. But yeah, this is a nice engine. I'm considering buying a second one, so I have two coaches, and I can have this red guy pull two coaches instead of one. But for now, I'm gonna make this into a Mercury at some point in the next, 20 years or so. Just cut off the lamp here and sand this down at the front. It's not gonna be perfect, but cut and sand this down, make it flat, and yeah, it'll hopefully be a nice custom.
Are you ready?
Let's take a look at the coach. Rather simple. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a coach, You get coaches and rolling stock with some of these engines, and that's a really nice inclusion. It would be nice if a certain other Thomas and Friends brand did that. A certain brand that, makes wooden things. But, I mean, we got some windows, the same stripes as on the tender, so when they're connected, they just continue. So, it's nice. I like it. If I get a second one, I'll have two coaches for this, and not bad, It's a nice little piece. A nice little piece that I'm going to completely destroy. So, the last item is the most exciting one. The big item, the big thing that I wanted in the store. When I went down there for the first time, into this store, into this basement of a giant t-shirt shop, and found this toy store. And on the aisle, there was a thing that caught my eye. A thing that I've been trying to track down for 2 years now. 2 years? It feels like 2 years. I don't remember exactly when this thing came out. I think it was 2018, either 2018 or 19. But I've been trying to hunt this down for a long time, whether that be in stores or on Amazon. And on Amazon, the prices are always just outrageous. So I found this for a good price, and I bought it. And so here is the Brio cargo transport helicopter. Yeah, it is really cool. That's enough talking. Let's get this thing out of the box so we can actually see it. But it comes with the pilot, of course, the helicopter, two chassis, like the trailer sections of these little carts, and then 2 pieces of cargo. So let's get him out of the box. And I say him because I bought this so I can use this as a character in my series. He has a page on the Quest 89 wiki. His name is Hefner, or his name will be Hefner when he's done with being customized. So here's the helicopter just sitting in the box. But the rest of the stuff, oh, okay, I put the other stuff in the helicopter, except for this man. So, instead of a helicopter unboxing, you get a pilot unboxing. I'm bagging, I guess. Release. Get out of the bag. There we go. 2, 3. No. Ah, there we go. So here's the pilot boy. He's cool. He's got the headphone, microphone on him. He has a hat, and he has this pilot uniform on with the red and white sleeves. Arm detail, there's printing on the arms, unlike a lot of Lego figures. And Brio figures, they can bend down, up and down like they're penguins or they're chickens pecking the ground or something. And the arms can fold out, up and down, and they can be really expressive. And they're really cool, these little figurines that they make. I don't really care for them though. This guy's probably just going to sit on the shelf. I have no plans of using him because I use Lego minifigures. But the Brio figurines are really nice. And they can move their arms and bend and stuff, unlike a certain line of Thomas merchandise that also uses wood and makes figurines that can't do that. So next, let's take a look at what's inside the copter. Open this back door and focus the camera again. And out come the little... I don't know if this is supposed to be like engine rolling stock or like roadway stuff. Like if this is some sort of cart that a little airport truck would pull or push into the helicopter, or something like a forklift would, you know, lower onto these and put in. I don't know, it's really weird, but they're cool. So it's again the same sort of idea as that other flatbed back there, but this is all wood except for the wheels. And then you put on the lid, this little piece here, a little trailer, and it's got the logo here. Then it says Brio on the other side, so it's got like a transport type logo and then the Brio logo on one side. So you put that on there. Or if you want to put the cargo in, sorry about that. Okay. You put the cargo in pegs facing the pegs, and then you just put it down in there. And that's that. Oh no. I feel like that's a critical design flaw. But you get 2 of them, which is really nice, and they couple up together. Because of the way they're coupled, the magnets, you don't have them both facing the same way. Like this one here has this logo, and the other one has Brio, because that's just the way they're set up. Or, I suppose you could just, yeah, you could do that. That's a nice little feature. And next is the helicopter itself. I almost said Hefner, but it's not Hefner yet. I didn't put a face on this guy. Oh, I guess right there is where I would put a face. But let's go front to back. So at the front we have this cockpit. Just angle down. Cockpit, and it just opens like this. And you get a driver's seat. You have this little console at the front with no detail, and sticks for the pilot to hold to fly the helicopter. So if we put him in, which he's able to bend and actually sit on the seat, bend his arms to actually hold the controls, you can just hold on there, and you can put this down and it spins, and you can actually fly the helicopter. You can see him out the front, and you can see him through these windows here. And that is really cool. This is all plastic. except this middle part, which is made of wood, it's really out of place. Because that's the only wood on this thing. Yeah, the rest is all plastic. Like, they're these really thin strips of wood with holes in them. They're like paint sticks, basically. Actually, here, I have a painter's stick with me, a paint mixing stick. And like, those are only a little thinner than that. So, yeah, it's all plastic. We have some detail down here, like more of the lines, kind of like on the red engine pack. But these are like slanted back here and down here as well. Some details, we get Brio and a bunch of coding on this, like the numbers. I don't know what that means. If it's like some sort of random number generator, or if it's like a Roy Wilson deal where that's somebody's birthday. I don't know. I don't really like this here, the tail rotor, I think it's called. It's completely plastic and it's really thin. And I think it would have been relatively easy to make that into like an actual wheel that could spin. I don't know. It's okay, I guess. And then of course you have the back with like this little hole. Oh, I didn't even think about this at first until now. You put your finger in and just unfold it that way, because it might be hard to grip it. So you just put your finger down. And so right there is the ramp, and then you can see in there like it goes all the way up to the pilot seat, the track, basically. So you can load these in here, and then go fly off to do your bidding. I already tried this at the motel, but this red engine right here is not compatible with the helicopter. It doesn't fit in all the way with the tender, so we won't be airdropping this guy anywhere soon. If I take out the tender, he'll fit. Right? Yeah, there we go. He's got a bit of room now. Let's try the crane. Probably have to lower this down all the way. And let's put this guy in here with it. Okay, no. Because the crane arm sticks all the way out. Sorry, some of this is like off camera. I need to get back in the middle. Coach fits. Take passengers, pick them up, and drop them out of the sky. And log car also fits. You can drop Henry's trees out of the helicopter. But the main reason I bought this guy to be a character called Hefner is because he's a helicopter that can carry things, carry rolling stock, specifically engines. So I bought this thing so I could put Ivo Hugh in it. So let's see if he fits. Okay, I was a little worried because I thought like he'd be too tall, but there we go. Yes, that is so satisfying. I wanted to do that since I saw this thing like, for sale for the first time. But Ivo Hugh sits way in the back there, and we fold this up, and there we go. Yes, I will be making future episodes where Ivo Hugh is dropped out of the sky, and he has to like fall down like Halo 5 style, just jumping and then doing all sorts of crazy stuff. That's specifically why I spent my money on this toy, so I could have videos of giant steam engines jumping out of helicopters. Very realistic my series is, I know. So that's satisfying. I'm glad Ivo actually fits in there, because if he didn't, I would be pretty upset. But I believe that's everything. Through the bag, Teton's Toys. Definitely go there if you're in the area. If you're in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, or if you're like going to Yellowstone or something, definitely go there. It's in a t-shirt shop. Under it, there's a big sign on the front that'll say like Teton's Toys here, so definitely go. They have a lot of great Brio stuff. They have some Thomas Wood, which I didn't want to buy because I could buy it here. And they also have a huge selection of Lego, including like Ninjago sets that date all the way back to 2015. I wanted to buy one of those, but I thought, you know, Hefner is more important. So, that's everything. I haven't done an unboxing video in a while, and yeah, I hope this was enjoyable. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon.